Press the magical pre-show button. I heard the stinger.
And we are here. Hello, chat.
Said hello, chat. Good job, Sandra. Perfect. He's the perfect intern. As y'all can see, hello. We are on. What are we on? We're live.
We're live
at a place.
at a place. It has yellow. There is this trim behind us and green paint down lower.
That's correct.
Yes.
We're at Jack Quinn's in Colorado Springs. We're here for Superstars Writing Seminar. And it happens to be also the launch of Jeremy Brundage's first book.
Yay! Why am I clapping myself?
Because you should be. You
I
wrote
should
this
be.
thing,
This was
and then
hard.
I tortured you with the edits, and then you went back and fixed it. I mean, come on. You deserve to clap yourself.
I drove here 10 hours. I'm tired.
That's good. So all those questions you didn't know if he'd answer, ask them now. He's weak.
My
That's,
inhibitions are gone.
that's right. They're
Yeah.
gone. Look, Northern Lights is on. Florida Kevin's on. Owl Light Network. Hello, everyone. Hello. And we have some live people over here. So we are excited to do this. Yay, Florida Kevin subscribing 22 months. Didn't hear anything. He says he can't hear anything. Florida Kevin says he can't hear anything. Oh, Northern Lights says she can hear. Yeah, we're testing the sound to make sure before, we actually do the recording.
Do we have to yell to have them hear it in Florida?
I hope you heard that joke. Old man in Florida. Can you hear us? Yeah, I get it. It just might be him.
Might be delayed.
Because it looks like Northern Lights can hear. How is the sound, Northern Lights? Let us know. What do I have over here? Facebook is up over here. Hello. I'm going to assume that's muted because I can't hear it through my earlobes. It's also crazy. There you go.
Jamie Wells is going into Facebook.
I'm sorry? Yeah, Jamie Wells.
Cool.
They all say hello. I'm assuming these are people.
Hello.
I don't know if they can hear us.
How are you,
because I don't
Jamie?
hear anything.
If you can't hear me,
Yeah, can you hear us? Sorry, this is why we do pre-show, so we can make sure everything is working.
Kelly feels like breaking into song.
I never feel like breaking. That's not true. I sing all the
Facebook,
time.
can you hear me?
Why do we go to it like a Russian tragedy? I mean, is this the place we had to go? Wait, are they Russian in that? They're not Russian Jews, are they? No, I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a Yentl
know.
expert. Sorry. The fact that I know it's Yentl, it ages me already. But I mean, it's Mandy Patinkin, of course I know.
All good.
And my dad had a huge crush on Barbra Streisand. She could just sing, and he was just happy.
Okay. I buy that. That's fine.
It works.
Yeah.
They were Polish Jews. That's what they were. Polish.
What's in it?
They're Polish Jews in
Polish.
Yentl.
Me and
Oh, they're
Grandma are.
Polish.
are-
Sanders coming in with that damn, they're Polish Jews in Yentl. My 22-year-old is correcting me. Good for you, buddy.
My daughter and my mother are watching
Yay!
downstairs. Yay!
I mean, they could come upstairs. Showing up on it live.
Downstairs at my mom's house.
Oh, okay.
There are some places that my mom cannot go right now. Hi, Jamie.
All right. Yay! And Melissa.
Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Can you tell we're old? We're all like, I can't see the name.
We're all old. If I lean back, I can read right there.
All right. Yay. So I'm assuming everyone can hear us. So we will stick with that assumption. Hey, it's Northern
Hi,
Lights.
Susie.
Northern Lights likes to jump
I know.
back and forth. I love it.
She can be two people at once.
Yeah, she must. She reads all of our books. She has to be able to read two people. All right, so let me shrink this back again so I can see both chats.
I don't know.
Let's
what
see.
it is.
We have Unburied over here, Florida Kevin. All right, I think we're good to go. So if everyone can hear us, hopefully Florida can't. He can't hear us. We're good to go. All right, so people can sort of hear me, so the mic's doing a good job. Is that?
I can barely hear you.
Oh,
So they can hear you well. And Mike's doing a really good job.
it's doing great. This mic was worth every penny. We should get another one. So if this one breaks, we're in big trouble. Wait, if this one breaks, do I never have to stream again?
That's bad because Kelly's really good at it.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
All right.
you are.
All right. Here we go. Are we ready? Pig kicking. That's right, Zapo. Let's kick this pig. Sandra, that's your line. Hello, readers. Welcome to Book Launch with Cursed Dragon Ship Publishing. It's the best thing to happen to Tuesday since tacos. And this evening, we have a special live event in person with Jeremy Brundage. He's worked as a stonemason, a carpenter, an artist, an animatronics engineer, and more. And more.
More.
He is working on several projects with his brother, James A. Owen, for Coppermail Studios, and assists in creating armor for the SCA at Windrose Armory. Jeremy writes comedy, fantasy, and science fiction, sometimes combining all three.
Sometimes in an ancient Greek comedy. You get after me when I put too much science fiction in, so,
Well, I get after you a lot. I'm a mean, horrible editor.
yeah.
But I want you to say, so the debut we are celebrating today is The 12 Trials of Doug. And you ready for the cool part? I don't ever get to do this. Ready? Ready? You can hold your book for the first time.
This is so awesome.
I never get to do that. It's so cool.
I flip right to the back.
Right to the back.
It does have my picture in there.
It does. It's
I was
original.
asked that and I didn't know the answer, so
Yeah. Yep. It's
it
in
looks
there.
nice on the back too.
Look at that.
Great cover.
It's wonderful. So
Great spine
excited.
there. And
It's a real book.
it is not thin.
No.
This is nice.
And it's thinner than when you first sent it to me.
This feels so real. So what did this end up? This is like 90,000
And it's a change. Right at the
words. I sent Kelly 140 some odd.
I think you said 125, but pretty. Yeah, it was substantial.
That was without all the extra stuff.
He's like, and you have no idea what I already cut.
There was a lot that went out of this to make this book, but it's much better because a lot went away. So
Because we're good partners.
we are.
So the cover, so we have Doug on the cover and a cute little harmless puppy that can't possibly cause any damage. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just so you know, everything in Jeremy's books are exactly as they seem.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is anything in your books exactly as they seem?
I don't think anything at all.
No, I don't think a single aspect of it. So let's tackle that. Why do you like to take nice, sweet, innocent things and just corrupt them in the best possible way? Oh, sorry, worst possible way.
It can be either or, can it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it, so
Uh,
it's for me, it's best.
I don't know. I just see something cute and innocent and want to ruin it. That sounds bad.
But if that's the kind of
No.
humor you want, this is the book for you. So make sure to pick up your copy.
Actually, Kelly is there to make sure none of that slips in because even though I do stuff that is kind of mean to some of my characters, I also sometimes write things that are unintended. They can be interpreted the wrong way. And so she catches that before it actually gets into the book.
Yeah. I remember one specific thing where I was like, I don't know how kosher that is. And you were like, I never even thought of that.
It was actually talking about the dog.
The dog.
Yeah,
Apparently, I just have a dirtier mind, or maybe I just got more complaints. So
I don't know.
So So Doug, tell us a little bit about Doug, your main character.
My main character is somebody that he has found a girl and he is madly in love with her and he's willing to do just about anything to actually be with her. But she is she's the daughter of a king. And because of that, Doug, being somewhat of a commoner, is really not allowed to be around her. So he has to prove that he's worthy to actually date the daughter of a king.
And he does that by,
I think there are 12 trials involved.
did we count them?
Yeah, you know, so to make this book, I actually I decided I was going to make a map, and as I was making that map, something terrible happened.
Uh-oh.
I'm sitting there and I'm making an icon for each one of the trials that Doug faces, and I made the icons and I'm listing them out,
And
and
you're like,
I
"Oh,
only
no."
came up with 11. And I'm like, have we actually gone through several rounds of editing,
And
me
Bill,
writing
like,
this
counting
thing,
the trials.
and actually forgotten to count how many trials there were in there? And I was actually freaking out because you'd already sent this off. You got the digital already set up. And I went through, and the one that I forgot is the one that that's the one time that I actually said, I think some of this stuff needs to be in. And I went against what you actually suggested. That was the one that I forgot.
See? Otherwise, all of these books would have Sharpie on them, and it would just say 11.
The 11 trials of Doug. Doesn't have quite the same catch to it.
Twist.
Yeah.
Wouldn't quite work, right? Yeah. Just for the record, some of my other authors are laughing at us right now. Do y'all have any questions for Jeremy? If you do, come on over.
Not that we can hear.
Oh, they'll come ask us. We can't hear you. You're good to come. Yeah, we can. We can put you on the spot. Tracy said we can't put her on the spot, but we 100% can. You gonna come over? This is Jen Bear. Jen, do you have a question for Jeremy?
I was gonna say, Jeremy, did you get to pick the color of your book?
I actually
color.
didn't get to pick the color, but it is a wonderful color. I love the oranges. I love the black. Everything about the design is really, really, it works perfect.
It's perfect for this book set in the Caribbean.
The Caribbean.
I am just here to say, buy the book.
Buy the book.
I appreciate that.
Just buy it.
This is one of the smartest women I have ever met.
It's amazing. Thank you.
But
Buy the book.
Jeremy, that's Tracy. Tracy.
I know
Jeremy.
Tracy.
Do you have questions?
Have a question?
Yeah. Do you have a question for Jeremy about his Greek mythology book?
Yeah, I want to ask you, how do you feel about having this book in your hands about to be published?
I feel
How cool is
awesome.
that?
I feel so awesome. It's so nice.
I'm so happy for you.
It looks better when she's holding it.
Buy his book.
It wasn't that long ago when you were a debut author. Do you have any advice for
Yes.
Jeremy?
Enjoy it a lot and write the next book.
That's right. Good advice. Write the next book.
Next book.
My deadline on the edits for the second book was 2 days ago.
It's okay. I won't get it till next week. I already told her. Jesse's like, no, don't make me.
Northern says hi.
It's okay.
Yay.
Okay.
Jesse's like, don't make me. I don't want to come. You don't have to. We'll make Jesse
Let's just
come with her
put
book.
authors on the spot with Cursed Dragonship tonight.
That's right. I mean, that's our normal MO anyway. So
Yeah.
it totally fits. Yeah, it totally fits.
If we have somebody that we can use in one of these things, we're going to exploit them. Why not?
Well, what's the point of doing it live if we don't get to exploit the people around us?
I like exploiting people.
Yeah, I mean, it would
That
be
came
fun.
out wrong too.
I think you said exploiting. I mean, it could have been
Yeah,
worse.
that's fine.
Which is funny because that's something Doug does not do.
It is
So-
something that Doug does not do.
No, he will not do that.
I
It'd
have
make
this-
his life easier if he would.
I have this wonderful character that he actually wants to accomplish all of these tasks without hurting anybody. And that is such a rare even concept right now. You know, most people, they don't care what they hurt as long as they get their stuff. And Doug really does. So I think it's a nice twist on the modern hero.
Yeah, he's definitely not that. He's definitely a twist on. I
Yeah.
much enjoyed that. And I'm wondering, out of the characters, which one do you relate to the most?
When I was writing it, I actually relate to the seer the most because I'm an old guy. I would have a hard time keeping up with young men running around the Greek countryside too. I don't know. All of my characters have a little bit of me in it.
We're celebrating superstars and Jeremy. So the seer, that was the one. Huh?
A lot of my curmudgeonness come out in that.
Did you do any extra research for this book? Because we already talked about, like in the cover of BL, about how you like just absorbed Greek mythology as you were growing up. Did you do any other kind of research?
I did a lot of writing research.
How do I put a sentence together? And y'all might laugh, but it seems easy. We've been writing our whole life until you start to tell a story, and then you're like, what's an adverb? I'm supposed to use them. I'm not supposed to. I don't remember.
I think your first critique of it was you said it was like I was writing a screenplay.
That is what it felt like.
That I was just jumping from head to head to head.
Yep.
So this person's mind, and this person's mind. So I actually had to think about and study how to do just one person's perspective because I head hop a lot.
Yes.
I do.
I have a feeling it's all those voices in your head.
It is. Some of them are louder than others.
All good and fun. Do we have any questions, the audience? Did I miss any? Yes, Florida Kevin. Doug is a better person than Jeremy. That was
Yes.
it.
Yes,
For sure.
that
That's
is
what it is.
not even in question.
Facebook, we have a Facebook question. Let's see. Oh, Christy Michaels, congratulations. So excited. Can't wait to read it. Melissa wants to know, is there Berners in ancient
Berner's
Greece?
ginger ale. That's a child. It's somebody that knew me from my childhood and is saying that I should have Verner's there. I'll put that in book 3. I can
we
still
have
put it
that.
in book 2.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Everybody- And you just have to thank Melissa and
I can do that.
yeah,
I'll do that, Melissa, for you.
hi, just for you. We expect a review. Just, gotta put that out. Well, I'll say, since we have the book, let's open it up. If you can see, I don't know if I can see in the camera, that there are footnotes. Can we see it in there? You see the footnotes at the bottom? I'm wondering, why did you decide to use that technique?
Because I'm insane.
Um,
I wanted to drive my editor
yeah,
insane.
your copy editor would agree with you. Bertie would be like, yeah.
So I thought there was so much that was going on. And there were reasons that I was actually using some of the things I was using in the novel. But there is so much backstory to it. So the footnotes are like if you're watching a DVD, you have the extras that actually tell you this is what the scene looked like before. This is what it looks like now. This is where the inspiration came from. And so, yeah, you might see quite a few footnotes going through, but it is nowhere near what I actually started out with. I think by the time that we actually had finished the book, and before we started chopping it down, I had something like 25,000 words in extra material that I actually put in there. And then we started chipping away at that. Kelly had this rule that if I had footnotes that took up more than half of the page, some of them had to go.
A silly rule, huh?
It is a pretty silly rule. I think we got it down to where if it was, I also had some of the information that was in the footnotes that you thought was integral to the story.
Yeah, if it's
And
vital.
because not everybody's going to actually get into the footnotes, I had to incorporate a lot of that into the novel itself. So the footnotes, sometimes it's actually stuff that gives you a little bit of extra insight, and sometimes it's just for fun.
And Northern Light says that your newsletter has footnotes too, so it's consistent.
I wonder where those came from.
Yeah, see, what I just heard was you have a lot of extra material.
I do.
So as people want to join your newsletter between book 1 and book 2 so that they can, know what's going on and get some insights, where do they go?
They should go to jeremybrundage.com or paperhillwriting.com. I am actually behind in my newsletter right now because I've been working on something.
Yes,
Yeah.
same. We're doing the best we can. What you can know for sure is for us and our authors, we're not going to kill you with our newsletters. So sign up, get some extra cool stuff.
Yeah.
We're too busy writing books.
We are very busy writing books. And I know that one of the main things that you have the newsletters for is to actually say when you're going to have an appearance. So I failed miserably this time. It's all good.
Here on time and
I
everything.
made it here on time.
Yeah.
That's kind of a miracle. So
You don't even look like you've been on the road for 12 hours. See? See? Look at that. I mean, that's pretty talented right there.
I'm looking older. That's for sure.
Florida Kevin wants to know what kind of monster doesn't read the footnotes.
Medusa.
Medusa, like,
I think Medusa would read the footnotes. Medusa's a pretty smart girl.
yeah.
I don't know. I think the type of monster that doesn't read the footnotes is the people that try to power read through.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. Power reader. So like, I can't be interrupted by this. Let's go. But that's kind of the magic with this. If you want this is laugh out loud. So it's really fun. And yet it's got those sweet, real moments in it. And I love that about it.
I didn't want it to be just a slapstick. And we actually had, starting off, it was my first novel. I was feeling pretty self-conscious about everything. And
We all do.
we put it up on NetGalley, and my first couple of reviews were not very good.
Yeah, it was the wrong audience. And you never know. You have no control over who takes that in.
But the thing is, those first couple of reviewers got into it and they started the book and got, I don't know, 10, 15% into the book, and then they put it down. And the thing is, all of the rest was setup. It's just setup in that first little bit. You're missing the main point of the story because I don't think they really even got into getting into the trial.
No, I
It
don't
may have
think
been
they
the first trial. And so they're just seeing this slapstick, thinking that there's nothing there. And there are some really tender moments that come along later.
Yeah.
At least I think so.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty specific about books I publish. I would not have published it if it didn't have the
That
mention.
that was actually one of the things that when I was feeling a little bit like I was having imposter syndrome, one of the things that actually kept me going was I'm like, these people may not get the book, but Kelly got it. And she got it before it was actually trimmed down and streamlined to tell a more coherent story. So I have a wonderful editor. I love my editor.
You keep that in mind, when I edit the next one.
I
That's
do.
gonna be next week. Hey, we have the same goal. That's what I say with my other writers, right? Like, it's painful getting that edit a lot of times, but as long as you have the same goal, which is to, make a quality book that is in your voice, not mine, then we're good to go.
And that's a hard thing to do, I think. I know there are some people that really don't understand editing that come in and they're like, well, this isn't proper, and they don't understand the reason
Right.
the person was writing it that way.
Uh-huh.
I do have a philosophy that I don't argue with my editor unless it's really important.
I don't know. We had some Muppet arguments.
I really was sad to see the Muppets go. I really wanted the Muppets in the book.
Can't use them.
We also had it wasn't really a disagreement, but you had the copyright issue about me using some of the songs that I was using.
Yeah, well, that's not my issue. That's
I know.
yeah.
That's
that's
just
writing
Kelly looking out for me and for
the
the
company.
company as a whole, because you can say something that's funny, but if it gets taken the wrong way, all of a sudden you've got a lawsuit, which is really sad. But
Oh, so anyone out there doesn't know that, you cannot use them. Do not use lyrics in your books. Kelly is epic. Aw, thanks, Outlight Network. I'll take whatever I can get. And Barry said, are you going to do an audiobook version? If so, are you going to read it? Audio is on hold right now, so I can answer that question. So we will see. But if Jeremy's willing to read it, I don't know. We might be able to work something out.
Yeah,
So we will keep everyone informed.
that's actually going to be a discussion we're going to have later. We were talking about AI is really progressing to the point where you can almost have a really good AI narrator, but it's not there yet. Especially with us dealing with, I have a lot of Greek words in here. I have a lot of things.
You've got to understand
Yeah.
how they flow, so you read the footnotes.
I have a lot of footnotes. This is really kind of a hard thing to do with an audiobook at the moment. So it's something where we really have to figure out how to do it.
Yep.
I know I could probably do a reading where I do a version without the footnotes, but it loses a lot.
Yeah, I like the footnotes though.
So
You have to use a different note, different voice. Your Zeus
Maybe.
voice, your Zeus is gonna have to be reading.
I'll use a Cockney accent.
Make sure you use a whiny one when you're complaining about me.
Ah, that Kelly. Using a Cockney accent to do a Greek book, I don't know that it'd work.
I mean, it would be unique.
It would be unique,
Yeah, I can't see.
but
it being
unique is not always good.
Oh, you mean you want to sell some of these?
I do want to sell some
Oh,
of
okay,
these.
all right, cool. So anyone who does want to buy them, make sure you get your copy now. So they are in paperback and ebook, and you can get them anywhere paperback is sold, but it's also in Kindle Unlimited. So anyone who is in Kindle Unlimited and wants to read that now, you can go for it. You know, it was cool. This is my first time doing the footnotes, right?
Yeah.
So in the paperback, they're like everyone's used to footnotes on the bottom. In the ebook, the footnotes are beside where, you know, wherever it's supposed to be at the end of that sentence. And you press the little number and then it'll pop up. So you can press the number, read the footnote, and then just keep reading like you were before. It's kind of cool.
So I love this. Kelly, tell them how many times you had to format this. That wasn't very nice of me, but you know, after some of the edits you had me do,
Not only that, I've used 2 different formatting programs, and also all of these I had to make by hand. There was no other way to do that. So all the chapter time, they were all made by hand. So
she chose the font for that. I think it's a lovely font.
I liked it.
Yeah. If I can find one of those again.
It looks green, but you can still read it. So
Yeah.
there it is.
So Kelly actually chose the font on that. Probably-
I liked it. We need to feel Greek. And now, book 2, you are ready, book 2 now.
I am.
So next year around this time, we will have book 2 out. So make sure you pick this one up now. Do you have any final words to the audience?
Thank you all for being here tonight. Please buy my book
Please, bye-bye.
because I'd love to keep on doing this. This was a very fun process. I have learned so much and I want to see what happens when I'm applying everything that I've learned for the next couple of books.
I tell you, I always see a huge jump in between debut author and book 2.
Yeah.
And so far, your first draft that I've read held that up. So it's really incredible. And when the first book is this good already, the second book's amazing. So,
Yay.
yay, everyone! So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for rushing over here and somehow being able to breathe when there's no oxygen in Colorado. I don't know how anyone's doing this.
I live at a higher altitude than you do,
Well, everyone.
so I acclimate quicker.
But it's not this side, right?
We're 5,600 feet.
And I think we're 7.
Yeah, so it's a little bit higher here.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone. And we will see you next week with our next one.
Bye.